Hey everybody, welcome to Two Guys, One List. Today's list is the top 10 fight scenes of all time.
I hear that Ricky's fighting with Oscar over there. Has anyone been killed yet?
Alright, so starting off the list at number 10, Kung Fu Hustle.
It's a very funny fight scene. It's also, we decided it was the last scene where the character has figured out all his moves.
Like where they all run up the stairs, then he like bashes them feet into the ground. It was so funny. Especially like the shot where they're like flying into the air. We just could not stop laughing.
Like a pinball sound is hitting away.
Number 9, Game of Death. Obviously, I had to get the nod to Bruce Lee on the list because he's an incredible martial artist. But great scene because then he's like they're fighting at the very end. He determines he can't beat him, so he like knocks out the rice paper.
Great job by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's a basketball player, okay?
Okay.
Bruce Lee is just amazing in that scene, and Kareem just much better than you think a basketball player in a movie would be.
Yep.
Yeah, very good.
Number 8, The Transporter 2, the fire hose scene.
Yeah. You find like in these kung fu movies, it's always like one guy at a time, and he punches him in the face. Next guy punches him in the face, or like a kick or whatever. Transporter 2 and Transporter, the first one, he's very versatile and he uses his surroundings so well, and he's able to take down 2 or 3 guys at once.
Transporter movies are basically like meant to just say, "Oh!" There were so many times watching this fight, it's like, "Oh!" Like he gets a hit in the nuts with a fire hose.
He's like he kicks the fire hose, which first of all would hurt like hell.
He's Jason Statham, okay?
Okay. Just like hits guy in the nuts.
The fire hose got hurt. Number 7, Equilibrium, the Hall of Mirrors scene.
Not without incident. I'm coming.
And real quick, if you haven't seen Equilibrium, which is possible that some people haven't.
True, it's not really...
Equilibrium is a movie about gun kata, it's called, and it's like kung fu using guns, which I know if you haven't seen it, doesn't sound that cool. Christian Bale, one of his first like badass roles, and
Yeah.
possibly one of the last too. We talked about that, but
Yeah. Well, at least he doesn't talk like this in the movie. He walks over the guy and like flips the rifle up over his head. That is so cool. Number 6, Legend of the Drunken Master. If you've only seen Rush Hour, if you've only seen The Tuxedo, you would think I hate Jackie Chan.
right, because Jackie Chan's more of like kind of like the funny type of kung fu, but in this movie it's still a little bit of that, but it's excellent kung fu.
If you haven't
really
seen
much better than you think.
If you haven't seen the top 10 Jackie Chan stunts video on YouTube, you need to go watch that right now.
He's a man.
Props to Jackie Chan for doing all this stuff for real.
Yeah, and another thing I want to say is that we don't know the name of the guy who he fights in that scene, but he does, I believe it's crane style, and he does a lot of the kicks, and it's very fascinating. Looks,
cool.
It's very...
Drunken boxing? Huh? Well?
well done.
Number 5, Troy, Achilles versus Hector.
Like the build up to this scene is very well done. The whole, you know, he pretty much knows he's gonna die. He's fighting Achilles. Everybody knows Achilles is just like the greatest.
It's just like two guys with the swords and the spears, and it's like...
Yeah, it starts out with spears and then they go to swords, which... shields, and it's...
awesome.
Yeah. Eric Bana, Brad Pitt, well done. Very well done.
Number 4, The Matrix. Not the lobby scene, the subway scene.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
And initially we brought up The Matrix, and I said, oh yeah, the lobby scene, right? And there's like, no, the subway scene. I'm like, huh? And then I watched it, and I was like, you know what? You're right.
They're iconic when it's just like the bullet time running over their shoulders and stuff, and then they drop and it's like...
You're empty. So are you.
And they start doing the fighting. It's just like, it's really good.
Like we talked about, it's the perfect blend of, you know, what we began to expect from The Matrix, which is, you know, that stylized like bullet time stuff, and just like straight up kung fu, two guys kicking the crap out of each other.
I think this is why The Matrix was good. That scene is the epitome of it, and when he throws him into the subway part, and he's about to get hit, and he just like jacks him up against the seat.
Hugo Weaving, we talked about, is just awesome in this scene. Really unappreciated performance, and he's like, where he has him held down at the subway, and he's like,
You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability. It is the sound of your death.
Number 3,